let's continue to talk about the major scale here. So major scale, major scale. The rule is 3, 4, and 7, 8. The distance between the two notes should be half step. As we looked over the C major scale, like from C to C, we have 3, 4, 7, 8, which is E, F, and P, C is half step, right? So we always draw out the rule from the C major scale, okay? So we are going to make the first of all, the white key scale, like a C. We did the C major scale before, but C, D major scale, E major scale, F, G, A, B. So let's just start from the white key, and then we're just gonna do the black key later, okay? So let's look at that. So let me make a D major scale, okay? D major scale. So like from D to D, right? So from D to D, we are going to, ascending, go up according to the pattern, right? So the simple pattern is what? Space to line, space, line, space, line, space, right? D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, right? So let's look at the distance between the notes. Excuse me. D is whole step. E to F is half step. FG is whole step, whole step, whole step, and half step, and whole step. If you look at the keyboard, it's easier, right, for you to understand. But according to the major scale, 3, 4, it should be half step. And then 7, 8, it should be half step. But here, according to our rule, this is not the major scale, right? We need to fix it. So from here, D to E is whole step. But E to F, this is half step, right? But it has to be what? We have to fix it from half step to whole step, which means the distance is half step, but we need to go more. How much more? Like half step more. You have to go, and then you make what? If you want to number all the keyboard, oh, sorry, this is 3, 4, and then this is 5, right? So 1, 2, 3 is whole step, and 3, 4 is half step. So what you need to skip number 4, right? So what is this note? What is this keyboard? The name? This is F sharp, right? This is F sharp. This is not G flat because we are going to go up. We're not going down, right? So you have to put sharp. Then what happened? E to F sharp is whole step, and F sharp to G is automatically changed to half step, right? Okay, so here we satisfied like a 3, 4 is half step, and then the D, E is whole step, and E, F sharp is whole step. And then G, A is here, is whole step, right? And then A, B is whole step. And here too, B, C, this is what? This is 6 and 7. It's supposed to be whole step. So here you have to go what? Half step more, right? So we have to put sharp on C. And then that is automatically changed to half step. So D major scale, we have two accidentals, right? Which is F sharp and then C sharp. You remember the C major scale? C major scale, we don't have any accidentals, right? But from D, we have F sharp and C sharp. Okay, so let's look at the E major scale here. So from E to E on the keyboard here and then here. Okay, and the E, this is line, space, line, space, line, space, line, space. On your, scale, the distance between the two notes should be second. Okay. We are going to talk about the distance when we get to the interval lesson, but line to space, space to line, it's always second interval. Okay, like C, D, or D, E, or E, F. This is second interval. All right, so let's look at the distance between the two notes. E, F is, oh my, this starts from half step, right? And then FG is whole step, GA whole step, AB whole, PC half step, CD whole step, DE whole step. So is that the major scale? No, because major scale 3, 4, 7, 8 should be half step, but this one is 1, 2, and then 5, 6, right? So we need to fix it. Here need to be half step. This one need to be half step. So let's look at from E to F, we have to make whole step, right? From the tonic, from the first, the note that names the scale. This is what? This is E, and then this is F sharp, right? So we need to put F sharp. Don't be panic. We're going to fix from the beginning, okay? One by one. We fix it here, and then we need to fix it here. Because F sharp, 2, let's go up whole step. 1, 2, right? So what is this one? G sharp. Okay, so you need to put accidentals, like a sharp on G, and then G sharp to A, it automatically change it, half step, right? So this is whole step, half step. And A to B, this is what? Whole step. Okay, good. And then P to C, this is half step, but it's supposed to be whole step. So what happened? You need to go not step, we need to go skip, right? So we need one more sharp here. This is a C sharp. And then from C sharp, D, this is a half step, but we need to go up one half step more so that we make what? This distance whole step. And then D sharp to E, this is half step, right? So E major scale, how many sharp we have? We have 4 sharps, right? F sharp, we have C sharp, we have G sharp, and then we have D sharp, okay? So E major scale song, we have 4 sharps, okay? Every F, every C, every G, every D. We are going to play not the white key. Every time you see F, we have to, play F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp. Okay, so this is the rule. Let's continue. We're going to make F major scale. F major scale from here to here. So this is how to draw the scale on your workbook. Okay, if you have your workbook, then you can draw the note with me. If you don't, maybe you can print it out the staff file that I posted in our the classroom site. Okay, so you need to draw the scale on your own. Okay, so this is space, line, space, line, space, line, space, line. Okay. F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, right? Right here. Okay. So after G is whole step, GA is whole step, AB is whole step, and then BC is half step. This one is whole, half step. Okay. So it's not a, it's not a big problem here because, we have 7, 8, half step, that's fine. But here, look at that. 3 and 4, you need to be half step, but this is whole step, right? So F2, G, whole step, here, A2, B, this is whole step, but it's supposed to be half step. So we need to decrease the distance, right? So if numbering is really easy. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here is 5 to 7, but we need to go 5 to 6, right? So how are we gonna fix it? This one, it's not, this one is F, G, A, B, A2, maybe you could think about, okay, A to A sharp, okay, or it could be B flat, right? B flat. We have two options, A sharp or B flat, okay? But do you remember what I'm saying? I said, like the scale, each note, the distance between the two notes, it should be what? Second interval, okay? But A2, let's, the G clef here, A to A sharp, on the staff, this is first. The interval is the same note, okay? Only different is sound, right? And then we have like a sharp here, but it's the same space. This is not the distance. A to A sharp is first. Okay, we have like a different name of this interval we're gonna learn later. But here, A to B flat, this is what? Second intervals, right? We have another name before like this first and second interval, but we need to choose like the second interval one, which is B flat, okay? Because the next one, if you put A and A sharp, and then because you're just gonna choose instead of B flat, you're gonna choose A sharp. The next note is going to be C, right here. So A sharp is here, and then C is here. Okay, so in terms of theory, this is a whole step, so this is right, but interval, this is third, it's not the second one. Okay, so you create a lot of problems here. Okay, so we're just gonna choose not A sharp, but B flat. Sounds the same, but it's a different way for you to draw the notes on the staff, okay? So here, F, G, A, and then we have B flat. And then from B flat to C, this is automatically whole step. Okay, and then the next is, the rest of that is okay. Okay, so when you look at F major scale, we have one flat, which is what? B flat. Okay, all right, so let's look at the G major scale, like from G here to G. G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. GA is whole step, AB is whole step, BC, okay, this one is half step, 3 and 4, so that's fine. D2 is whole step, I mean C to D is whole step, D to E is whole step, and EF, this is half step. FG is whole step, right? So, you know, 3, 4, and 3, 4 is half step, so this is fine, right? Okay, but look at that. This 7A need to be half step, and then 6, 7 is going to be whole step, right? So we need to fix it here. E, F, G, right? This one is half step, but we need to increase the distance by putting F sharp, like a sharp on F, right? Right here. And then this one is automatically half step. So G major scale, we have only one sharp, where? F sharp. Okay? All right, let's move on. We're going to make A right here to A. Space, line, space, line, space, line, space, line. Every interval is second, 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 second. Okay? All right, so let's look at that. Whole step, half step, whole, half step, whole step. All right, a little bit problem, you see, right? Because 3, 4, 7, 8 need to be whole step, but none of, this is right. So here, A to B is whole step, that is fine. B to C, this is half step, but we need to increase the distance, right? By putting C sharp, right? Then B to 1, 2, like skip. So this is a whole step. And then C sharp to D, this is half step. Okay, move on. T to E is whole step. E to F is half step. Need to be whole step. So you have to go 1 half step, go more, right? F sharp. And from F sharp, we need to go whole step up. 1, 2, G sharp. Okay? So A major scale, how many sharp we have? 3. F sharp, C sharp, G sharp. Okay? All right. Let's move on. Let's make a B major scale. Okay? P right here, and then P right here. From B, C, D, space, like a letter space, letter line, letter space, first line, space, line, space, line. Okay? So B to C is what? Half step. Need to go whole step, right? So we put C sharp here. C sharp 2, let's go whole step. Right here, D sharp. Then D sharp to E, this is whole half step. Whole. And then E, F, this one is what? Aha, this one is half step. We need to go up to whole step. So we put F sharp here. F sharp 2, we go up whole step 1, 2, right here. G sharp, right? And then G sharp to A, this is what? Half step, we need to go whole step. A lot of sharp, right? This one is whole, this one is whole, and then this one is automatically half step, right? A sharp to B. So how many sharp we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, and then A sharp. We have 5 sharps, okay? So, we did the Y key here, right? So C major, we don't have any accidentals, right? But D major scale, we have 2 sharp, which is F sharp, C sharp. E major scale, we have 3 sharps, which is F sharp, C sharp, 4 sharps, right? G sharp, D sharp. And then we have F major scale, we have 1 flat, which is B flat. And then G major scale, we have 1 sharp, which is F. And then A major scale, we have 3 sharps, F sharp, C sharp, G sharp. And then we have B major scale, we have, how many sharp? F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, A sharp, 5. Okay, and let's continue to talk about some Blackie scales. Okay,